Today's class, we are going to discuss different dividend policies, not all, but I'll discuss which are the most popular and the used one. So, dividend policies. So, we are going to discuss three dividend policies, that is the stable dividend, the stable payout, and stable growth. So, let's understand each one of it. The term dividend stability refers to the consistency or lack of variability in the stream of dividends. So, consistent dividend or stable dividend means you're not changing the dividend every now and then, you're giving a same rate or same amount of dividend. In more precise terms, it means that a certain minimum amount of dividend is paid out regularly. So, you fix a amount of dividend and you pay it regularly. The stability of dividends can take any of the following three forms. So you can either have stable amount, you can have stable payout ratio, or you can have stable growth rate. So let's see how all the three works. The first is the constant dividend per share. In case of constant dividend per share, you fix up an amount and you give same amount every year. So that is amount fixing. Okay, so according to this form of stable dividend policy, a company follows policy of paying a certain fixed amount per share of dividend. So here this is important. So if I say 5 rupees, I will give 5 rupees dividend consistently. So amount in rupees I have fixed it. This amount will be paid year after year, irrespective of the level of earnings. So whatever you earn, more or less, but every year you will pay 5 rupees dividend per share fixed. In other words, fluctuation in earning will have no effect on dividend payment because you have fixed the amount once. In fact, when a company follows such a dividend policy, it will pay dividend to its shareholders even when it suffers losses. So even if you have made loss in some year, but you have a policy of giving fixed dividend of 5 rupees, even when you suffer losses, you will have to pay the dividend. The dividend over the years are increased when the earning per share increases over the years when the yeah. So what they're trying to say here is you're not going to keep it 5 rupees forever. Maybe you will pay 5 rupees dividend for the next 5 years. After 5 years, if your earnings per share have increased, you can increase the amount to 6 rupees and you pay 6 rupees for another 5 years. So once you fix it, you have to consistently pay it for at least a few years. So 5 to 10 years you pay that much, then you increase the amount a little and then again follow the same consistency. So this is amount is fixed, constant dividend per share. Then a stable dividend policy in terms of a fixed amount of dividend per share does not, however, mean that the amount of dividend is fixed for all time. So this is what I told you. You cannot fix it forever. Okay, it can be increased. The dividend per share are increased over the years when the earnings of the firm are expected to increase. So a new level is fixed, maybe from 5, 7 rupees, and then that is maintained. Some firms usually create a reserve for dividend equalization. So to pay same dividend every year, they go on keeping some amount as separately. So they call it as dividend reserves, wherein whenever you make losses, from those reserves that much dividend will be paid. So from every year profit, company keeps some amount separately as dividend equalization reserve because they have promised to pay same dividend every year. So they keep money aside so that in any year if there is loss or less income, those reserves can be used to pay the dividend that is fixed. The balance standing in the fund is normally invested in such assets as can be readily converted into cash. So you can use that money of dividend reserve by buying certain assets which can be easily converted into cash. Okay, so that was about the constant dividend per share, the amount remaining constant. The next is constant or stable payout ratio. Now here the ratio remains constant. What do you mean by ratio? Percentage. If I say I'm going to give 10% dividend, so that percentage remains constant. So if I have earned 100 rupees, I will pay 10% of 100 rupees, which is 10 rupees. If I have earned 1000 rupees, I'll pay 10% of 1000 rupees, which is 100. If I earn 5000 rupees, 10% of 5500. So the percentage, that 10% is remaining constant, not the amount. Whatever you earn, on that you calculate 10%. If you have made losses, you're not going to pay dividend. Okay, it is a policy to pay constant percentage of net earnings. So this is important. Here no, amount is not fixed, but a percentage is fixed as dividend to shareholders in each dividend period. In other words, a stable payout ratio implies that the percentage of earnings paid out each year is fixed. Accordingly, dividend would fluctuate proportionately with earnings. So, as and when your earnings change, the dividend will also change, because you are not paying a constant amount but a percentage constant. So, if earnings increases, you will calculate 10% on the higher earnings, so dividend will also increase. If earning decreases, you will calculate 10% on the lower earnings, and the dividend will also decrease. So if earnings are increasing, it will increase; decreasing, it will decrease. So it fluctuates along with the earnings. As a result, when the earnings of a firm decline, there substantially, or there is a loss in a given period, the dividends according to the ratio would be low or nil. So if the loss, there will be no dividend paid. So that was about constant payout ratio or a percentage. The third is stable rupee dividend plus extra dividend. Here, what you do is you fix up an amount which is fixed. Okay, so under this policy, a firm usually pays a fixed dividend to the shareholders, and in years of marked prosperity. That means now I have decided I will pay 5 rupees every year. So I'm paying 5 rupees every year, but maybe in 2021 I have made a huge profit. So this is a year of marked prosperity. I have made something much better than what I have done earlier. In such years, some additional amount can be paid. So additional or extra dividend is paid over and above the regular dividend. So 5 rupees is my regular dividend. In 2021, I have performed well, so I will pay additional 4 rupees. So this year I will pay 9 rupees dividend. 5 rupees fixed, which is the fixed amount, plus 4 rupees additional or extra dividend, because I have performed very well this year. Again in 2022, I will pay only 5 rupees, the normal dividend. I am not going to continue with 9 rupees every year. Only in the year where you have done really good, you can pay a little extra amount, and the very next year you can continue with the same. As soon as the normal condition return, the firm cuts the extra dividend and pays the normal dividend per share. So only in the years where you have made really good progress, you can share your happiness with the shareholders by giving them little extra dividend for that year. And the very next year, when you are earning normal, you'll have to pay the normal dividend. So these were the three important dividend policies that we discussed, which is stable dividend, stable payout, and growth. Growth is basically when you make additional prosperity, you pay some extra dividend. So these three are the majorly followed ones. Thank you.